Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Gabby and today we are going to be reading only orange books for the week. So I actually just finished my other video and I work for the next 3 days in a row. So I'm like, I know I'm not going to want to film an intro after I get home from work and am exhausted because I end up spending 16 hours in the city. But I wanted to get this vlog started and I know vlogging is going to be easier when I can just kind of be a little bit more mindless about it and not have to introduce a whole video. So as I said, we're going to be reading only orange books. Last time we did only red books, so we're just kind of making our way through the rainbow. I have a few books in mind because orange has been a very difficult color to try to find books that I haven't already read because the color is so limited. But I have a few ideas, so here they are. I'm going to start with our most obvious choice, and that is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I actually put the third book on my monthly TBR a few months ago without even realizing that it was the third one and this was the second one, and I haven't read this one yet. This one will definitely be read this week because it's obviously so orange. I really enjoyed the first book in this series, and a lot of people say that this one is their favorite one, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. Now here's where things become kind of a stretch. We have Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt. It has the orange spine here and then obviously the orange on the front. It's not very orange. It's definitely more green than it is orange, but we're working with what we got. Next we have Iron Flame. This is the second book in the Empyrean series. When I look up orange book covers, this is what comes up. I don't really know if I would say that's orange. It's definitely red. It's definitely black. That's more gold yellow. I don't really know if I would say that's orange. I mean, maybe there's orange here, kind of. It's kind of hard in this lighting. I'm trying to block the reflection. I don't know. Maybe that's orange. I don't know. It's just not pure orange. You know what I mean? So it's a contender and it counts because this is my video and I can do whatever I want. Next is another reach. This is a pretty far reach. We have Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Actually, the more that I look at this, the less it seems like it's a reach. There's a lot of orange in this cover. This special edition is pink. I'm going to insert a picture of the original cover here, and it's definitely more orange. But this is actually pretty orange too. Now that I'm really looking at it up from the front and not the side, it definitely is pretty orange. So I think this is a pretty valid option. Finally, we have Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Now here it's kind of the opposite. My edition is orange. We have the orange writing here and then down here, and then the edges are definitely orange. So those are our options. I'm going to start with one I have on Kindle, which I believe is everyone except for Left of Forever. I will decide what I'm going to read and then update from there. That'll probably be tomorrow because I read during the night until I fall asleep and then on the train ride in and train ride out, and we'll see what I pick. I just got home from shift 1 of 3 this week. I'm about to settle into bed, but I just wanted to give a little update. I started Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm 33% in. I'm on page 133. I'm having some mixed emotions because it's just feeling a little bit too similar to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid to me, in the sense that our main character is writing the biography of this famous, secretive superstar who was all in the tabloids and had all this drama going on, and the real story is finally being told. I'm definitely going to wait it out, though. I'm going to continue reading. It's an enjoyable read, just the similarity is kind of bothering me, just because that book was such a hit at the time, and now this just feels like a copied, kind of slightly altered version in some senses. We do have a possible romance going on for our female main character, but we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow I can get another good chunk of reading done. I am going to settle in now and continue reading till I fall asleep, and then tomorrow I'll have shift 2 out of 3 and we'll update afterwards. Here is my very quick update on Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I didn't get a lot of reading in today. We started on page 155 this morning, and I am now on page 191. I'm 47% through, but shift 2 out of 3 is done. I will check back in tomorrow, and hopefully we can get more done then. I'm also going to get some reading done now, and I will update after my shift tomorrow. Last night, I finished Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm giving this a 2-star. Maybe 2.5 if I'm feeling generous. I mean, I read the whole thing. It was easy to read. There were so many aspects that I didn't like. This was very insta-love. It's like all of a sudden the characters meet and our female main character is instantly in love with him. The ending pissed me off, and most of it just felt like a copy of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We follow Alice and Hayden, and both of them are competing for the same writing job to write the memoir of this famous woman, Margaret, who wasn't really a star. She married a singer, but her family was incredibly wealthy, and she was very well known in the media as she was growing up. So we go back and forth between present day, between Alice and Hayden, as well as the past where Margaret's story is being told. Margaret's story was pretty boring, and Alice was just unlikable. Hayden was kind of rude. He had some lovable qualities, but all of a sudden it's like they instantly met and then they're kissing and hooking up and what have you. This just did not feel like an Emily Henry book to me at all. We did see some struggles that Alice was having in her own personal life, and that was a little bit interesting, but the ending to me was just stupid. I didn't really care. I cared enough to finish it. I wanted to see if it would get better, and it just didn't. That's fine. It is what it is. Again, 2.5 star maybe. It was easy to read, but would I ever reread it? Definitely not. I'll probably actually be unhauling this from my collection. But there we go. Our first orange book is completed. For our second book, I will be picking up Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I already started this. This is a single dad romance. It's so good so far. I love Elsie Silver's writing. It's just so easily digestible. You get through it so quick. I'm already on page 95. We're following Skylar, who is a world famous country singer, and she has come to Rose Hill to record a new album and kind of detox herself from the environment she was in, where she's just been having a lot of bad press lately, and her parents were really coming down hard on her. She meets West, who is Rosie's brother from the first book, and I absolutely adore him. I'm loving it so far, and I will update tomorrow to see how much farther I can get. I have a few updates to Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I finished this book this morning and it was absolute perfection. This was just everything. It was so good. I briefly mentioned kind of what it was about earlier, but we're following Skylar, who is a superstar. She's a singer. She's been having this issue where she's freezing up a lot and just getting some bad press from it. So one day she finally decides to call it quits and pack up and go to Rose Hill to do some recording with Ford, who we followed in the last book. In there, she meets Weston, who is the brother of Rosie, also from the last book. This was kind of slow burnish. I don't know. It wasn't the ultimate slow burn, I don't think, but the way they started off and they were really trying to stay friends for so many different reasons. West is a single dad, so he has 2 children. She knows she'll have to leave eventually because of her superstar lifestyle, but they just can't stay away from each other. And it was so good. It was so good. I loved the character development from all characters, even down to the pet bird. I get like giddy when I think about it. Literally, I just adored this. That's all I really have to say about it. I completely see why everyone said this was their favorite. I'm so excited to read the next one. Elsie Silver never misses. And I don't know quite yet if I'm having 5-star feelings about this. We'll say a 4.5 right now, but it is giving 5-star vibes. For my next read, I have picked up Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. This is the second book in the Empyrean series, I think it's called. I'm about 10% through. I don't really know how I'm feeling about it so far. It might be a temporary DNF. I don't know. We'll see. I have a very busy weekend. I work all weekend long, and I don't know if I'm really feeling a fantasy right now. I'm kind of more feeling a romance, truth be told. So I don't know, I might give it a little bit more of my attention and then update from there. The only thing is, it's hard to kind of provide updates without having spoilers in a series, but we'll see. It's been a week and a half since I last filmed, and I am DNFing Iron Flame for now. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not really meshing with the writing and the storyline, but maybe I'll pick it back up again. I don't really know. Since it's been so long, we're just gonna wrap this video here. We had a really good read with Wild Eyes, and then we had an okay read. It was okay with Great Big Beautiful Life. But I'm tired. I just got home from work and it's time to cuddle up in bed and read something else. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.